Hi, this is Elizabeth Cermak from Your Highest Delight, and I am a Master Life Coach and Certified Angel Tarot Card Reader here every Friday at 11:11. I'm late this morning, but I'm here every Friday at 11:11 talking to you about your favorite topic and mine, attracting more beautiful things into your life. And I'm going to be honest, why it was late this morning, I could not figure out what to wear. I don't know if anybody else has this problem. I was already running late, but I don't know if anybody else has this problem when the seasons change. But I have all this like fall stuff that I want to wear, but it's too hot, and it was just like, it was horrible. So I know I'm a law of attraction coach, but I am a real live person as well, and that was rough. So you guys had to help me get over that. But I don't know if anybody else when the seasons change. I love fall, so I'm really excited about it. But I struggle sometimes switching with what I'm wearing. So anyway, I found this cute outfit though. Kathia Bailey from Psychedelic Threads saved me, as she always has, with my Maca outfit. My Maca dress I turned into a shirt for today. And Paul McCartney just announced some tour dates in 2019, so in the United States, so we're celebrating him today. So Joy, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to my spiel about not being able to figure out what to wear today. So if you're joining me, just drop me an emoji. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have a hard time figuring out what to wear when the seasons change. Make me feel better. So yeah, let me know where you're from. You know, last week we talked about worries, and this week we're kind of going on and talking about in the same topic, the same area of worries. So I hope last week served everybody, and like I said, this week we're going to be talking a little bit more about the same area as worries. So this week we're talking about what not to do on the toilet. I know, I'm in a goofy mood today. So you know what? I was just thinking about how I should make a whole series. Like everybody, like this is what you should not do on the toilet. So anyway, that's what we're talking about today, what not to do on the toilet. Hi Mary, so excited about the Paul announcement. So what was I doing on the toilet this week that I was not proud of? That is, I was checking my email. So something that I'm doing on the toilet that I'm not proud of. I was on the toilet checking my email with my phone. And once I realized I was doing it, once I realized I was doing this, what I was doing, I took a step back and I was like, oh my God. It really felt like a low moment. It felt like, I felt like a drug addict. I felt like a junkie, like a cell phone junkie who was hiding my habit from my husband. So I really took a step back and realized, you know, this is a low moment. I do not want to be on the toilet checking my email. And I'm going to explain why. I really don't even like checking my email. So I'm going to explain a little bit about this. So recently, it's so interesting that last week I talked about worries, and I talked about being diagnosed with something, 10 years ago that I worried about, and then it went away. And so anyway, I went to the doctor since then, and I actually have been diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, which I've been diagnosed with this multiple times throughout my life. So I'm going to talk more about that later. This is not about that, but this is about probably the fourth time I've been diagnosed with that throughout my life. Like I said, I'm going to talk more about the healing. This has been a big part of my healing journey in my past probably 10 years. But one of the main things you need to do when you're diagnosed with adrenal fatigue is reduce stress. And you need to stop doing the things that are draining your energy. And there's a book by, let's see. Well, okay, so I know this is easier said than done. We talk about not doing the things that drain your energy. And we all think that we all have to do things that we hate. There's things that we hate and we all have to do them, right? So I'm going to tell you that I don't agree with that. I don't really believe that you have to do things that you hate. And I believe that you can eliminate things that you hate almost to the point of where you don't have to do them anymore. I'll never forget the book Spark Joy when I read, or The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Lisa KonMari. And she talks about getting rid of everything in your life that doesn't spark joy. And you know what? It's possible. That was the first time I really realized, like, I don't have to keep crap that I hate. I don't have to keep stuff from grad school, books that don't call to me and never did. I don't have to keep paperwork that's just stressful stuff that is all fear-based. I don't have to keep any of that stuff. I can let it go. I can get rid of it. I don't have to keep stuff in my life that I don't like. In her book, she talks about one woman realized once she did this, whole cleaning up process, she realized she didn't want to keep her husband either, you know? I mean, once you start getting rid of the clutter in your life and the things that things that aren't serving you, you really realize things that maybe you're doing that you don't need to be doing. So I want you to open your mind. I want you to think about something that's maybe low vibe, that's draining your energy, and keep your mind open. I don't want you to tell yourself right away, oh, I have to do that. I can't not do that. So keep your mind open and let's think about how we can change or eliminate this activity. So, Adrenal Fatigue, this is a book, and I actually don't recommend this book. It's by James Wilson, so I'm gonna put it away. But I don't recommend the book because for me, I don't recommend anybody who has the diagnosis to read it because it's too overwhelming. It's too focused on the illness. I like to focus on the wellness. But there are parts of it that towards the end that talk about the healing process, which I do like. So, he does talk about getting rid of stuff that drains your energy. So one of the men who was one of his patients, one of the things that drained his energy was taking phone calls. So listening to voicemails or taking phone calls would drain his energy, would stress him out, would give him anxiety. And so what happened was he decided not to do it anymore. And he got somebody at his work to do it for him, or he hired it out. Now, I know we can't always hire out the duties that we don't like to do, so I'm not saying that you have to do that. But the reason why I want to tell you that story is so you can open your mind a little bit and think about how maybe you can change something that you don't like to do. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Craig. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Mike. So good to see you guys. Okay, so we're talking about getting rid of stuff that drains our energy. So I'm thinking that, you know, we all kind of changing that thought process of thinking that we have to do things that we hate, because we don't. We all, you know, I think that's just the society. We say, oh yeah, you know, we assume that we have to do things that we hate. So, you know, I'm talking about how I was checking the email, sitting on the toilet, checking my email. You know, I don't like checking my email. So it was like an addiction, but it wasn't like something that I like to do. I actually hate doing it. And the reason why I check it and was checking it a lot is because I want it to be done and gone. And I want to have no emails in my inbox. I want that job to be done. But the problem is that job is really never done because emails keep coming in. And the problem is that was wasting a lot of my time, draining my energy during the day, trying to delete emails or go through emails when this job is really never done. So what I decided to do is check my email way less often. So what I decided to do is check my email at 11 in the morning and 5 at night. And when I check it, I sit at my desk, I use my aromatherapy is going, and I check it in a relaxing way. I take the time and respond. I address every email there, you know, there and then if I can. If I need to go on Facebook and address something, or if I need to write somebody a message, I take my time, write a nice message back. I make it a more relaxing thing, and I'm doing it less. And what happened is, I just started doing this really this week. What happens is, and what I've noticed so far is that I have so much more time to be creative. I have more energy. I'm not like, you know, going and trying to delete emails every spare moment I have, because when I go and sit at my desk at 11 and 5, I can go, and it takes me maybe half an hour. I can go and I can do it then. And doing it between them is just wasting time. This makes me think of a story with my dad. My dad worked for Illinois Bell and Ameritech, and, you know, was all those different names. So he started out as a linesman, and he worked up in the company, and so he was like a supervisor at this point. He had been off work for a week. He had a vacation, and he came back, and his desk was overloaded with mail. So you think back then there was no email, ancient times back then, right? So his desk was overloaded with mail when he came back. And you know what my rebel dad, took all the mail and threw it in the garbage. He told me this story probably when I was in my 20s and I had like an office job, and I was like, what? You know, and I'm like, oh my God, did you get fired? Were people mad? You know, did the world end? And obviously the answer to all those questions was no, he was fine. So he made the choice to get rid of his email. So when we think, I have a couple notes that I'm looking at just so I can remember what I'm talking about. Hi Janice, it's so good to see you guys. Hi Anna, hi Jen. We're talking about not doing things that drain our energy, or doing things that drain our energy less. So Kara Alwick Label talks about making a high vibe list and a low vibe list. So sometimes if you sit down and write that out, like write 10 things or even 5 things that you do that raise your vibe and 5 or 10 things that you do that lower your vibe. Just sometimes being more aware of it and doing those things that lower your vibe less. So checking my email, I decided I can't get rid of it. I can't hire somebody to do it, but I can check it way less. It can be less important in my life because it's really not that important. So checking it twice a day, it gives me a lot more time to be creative, I feel less drained. So I want you to think of it in 3 ways. So if there's something that we hate to do, so first of all, you don't have to do anything. So if you hate something, you don't have to do it. I'm telling you that here and now. You might disagree with me, but it's a choice. But you really have 3 things that you can do. So you can either stop doing it, which is what like my dad did, or the guy in the example that I told you. You can either stop doing it, you can change it, which is like lessen it, like that's what I did. You can lessen the amount of times you do it, or you can change the way you look at it. And that's something else that I did. I had to change the way I looked at my email. I'm not looking at it as trying to get rid of it anymore. It's just something that I do twice a day, and it's not a big deal. It's not stressful. The world's not going to end if I don't do it. Okay, so I hope I covered everything. I'm just looking at my notes really fast. So yeah, the moon is losing its light right now. So the energy is waning, and so when the moon's losing its light, we want to think about doing things less that drain our energy. So that's why I talked about this today. So getting rid of things in our lives that don't no longer serve us. Tomorrow is September 1st, and I hope you guys are doing my September challenge. Please write below to let me know if you are doing the challenge. Let me know, wave your hand or something, or if you're doing a replay, hashtag replay, and let me know that you're doing the challenge. So if you want to have a better September, if you want to wake up, if you want to change your brain chemistry, if you want to live more meaningfully and magically, that's what Luis Cavazos and I have come up with this challenge to help you live more meaningfully and magically. So this is going to help you every day look for something in order to live a more meaningful and magical life in September. So I hope you do it with us. It's going to be really fun. If you don't want to do it every day, like if you don't want to take a selfie, it's okay. You don't have to. I think that's the first one, so I don't know if that's going to scare everyone away because the day 1 is a selfie. You don't have to take a selfie. You can kind of make it your own. It's fine. So do whatever days you want to do. So hopefully you join us for the challenge. It's just meant to be fun and meant to have us be happier and live more meaningfully and magically. Go ahead and sign up for my email list. If you're not on my email list, go to my website, Your Highest Light, sign up for my email list. You can get my meditation calendar for free, 6-week meditation calendar. Hi Damien, hi Bev, so good to see you guys. So we're talking about getting rid of what's draining our energy. Okay, so I am going to pull a card for us from the Angel Tarot. This is just from the Angel Tarot deck. And I had an awesome meeting with Ann Holder Allen today, and it looks like I'm going to be going and doing some angel card readings at her salon in Sycamore, so I can't wait to tell you guys more about that. Excited about that. Okay, so this is the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. This is the deck I was trained on. It's just the basic Angel Tarot deck. So I'm going to pull a card for the week for everybody. Then this is kind of a personal reading. It's a group reading, but it's not a huge group, so if you're watching, this is for you. Oh, well, one card just flew out, so we'll look at that one since it popped. We had a jumper. And then this card as well. Okay, oh, I love this card. I get this card a lot, the Queen of Earth. I wonder why. See what she's doing? She's creating. It's like a pot of gold that she's creating. So the Queen of Earth can do anything. She can create anything. So this says, make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with manners in a kind and understanding manner. So when we come up with queens and kings and stuff in the suits, these could be people in our lives, or it could be situations. So really, when I see this card, it really means that whoever's watching, you can do it. You can create anything you put your mind to. You can do this taking a sensible approach. So change your belief, right? Change your life. You can create anything you want. Anything you think about, you can create. That's all you need, is that belief. So that's the Queen of Earth. That's so beautiful. And it also says thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. This is also saying, make time for those around you. Be grounded, and you'll be able to do anything. Okay, and then this is the one that pops. 6 of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So sometimes this means that water are always emotional cards. So this could mean that something from the past is going to be coming to your life that you might have to deal with, maybe that you haven't dealt with. Somebody could be returning from your past. Like this weekend, I'm going to be seeing friends that I grew up with. So, that could be part of it if you're getting together with friends from your past. But this is also saying to remember not to romanticize the past. So I think we do that a lot. I think I do that with college. I just realized I do that a lot. I had a dream about college last night. I tend to dream that I'm back in college and that it's just been like a long summer break. And I jumped that last night, and I think I romanticize it. I think I only remember the good things about it, and I don't remember that I really actually don't want to be back in college right now. The same thing happens with relationships. Don't romanticize them. A lot of times when we're maybe feeling drawn to an ex, we might be romanticizing what was going on in that relationship. So I had one of the best advice that I got one time when I was trying to get over an ex was, my friend told me, you have to remember all the bad things. You have to remember all the bad things. And I know that sounds weird for a law of attraction coach because we talk about remembering the good things, but when you want to be released from that pull from your ex, you have to remember the bad. Don't romanticize it because it probably wasn't as good as you're making it out to be. Okay, so these two cards together are pretty much telling us to take a sensible approach. Don't romanticize things. Stay grounded. I think one of the things I'm going to do to stay grounded is go through my wardrobe since I had such a problem finding something to wear today. Take some time off. Organize your life. Organize yourself. Be sensible. But just keep that knowing always in the background that you can create anything you want to. But you might need to, do some things to ground yourself and organize yourself first. Okay, so we're going to pull a card from Gabby's deck as well. The universe has your back. So I love you guys. This is like my favorite time of the week. It's hot out. I mean, I thought it was going to be chilly a little bit, but it is not at all. It is hot. Okay, so we're going to pull a card from Gabby Bernstein's deck. Okay, so this says, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is given to me. Oh my gosh, this is like, I love this card because hasn't everybody had that problem where they're getting ready? I don't know if the men on here, I'm sure, but every woman has had that problem where they're getting ready and they're just frustrated because things aren't fitting or you're not able to find something to wear. That's just what happened to me. So I have to talk about it. I think we've all had that. And then we get frustrated and we start seeing all the negative, we start seeing all the bad things. And if we realign with love, clear direction, what to wear is provided to us. So whenever you take that detour into hate or fear or whatever it is, just take a minute and realign with love. Notice what's going on that's good. Accept things how they are. And you can you can always make the moment better. You can't make, you can't make the future better right now, this instant. You can only make this instant better. So be in the moment, stay grounded, don't romanticize the past, stay present, align with love, and all will be given to you. Okay, so I hope that serves you guys. And today, we talked a lot about limiting the things that we hate. So the things that drain us, the things that we hate doing, we're talking about opening our minds. We don't have to do them. Look at them differently, and you can there's three things that you can do about it. You can either get rid of that thing that you don't have to do. You can either not do it anymore. You can change it, like what I did with my email. You decided to check it less, and you can change the way you look at it. You don't have to be stressed. Stress is a choice. So choose to be blessed and not stressed. Okay, I love you guys so much. It was so good to see you, Davian, Manuel. So good to see all of you guys. I love you. I will see you next Friday at 11:11. I'll be on time, and I will see you then. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Peace and love. Oh, Prudence, come here. Prudence always has to say goodbye. Does anybody have any questions or anything? And before I go away, come on. Oh, I hope she's not muddy like she was last week. Okay. It is hot out, otherwise she'd be on my lap. Okay, love you guys. I will see you guys next week. If you have any questions, Mary, I'm glad you agree and that it helps. Yes, totally. Yes, because I know you have your own business, so there are things that that you have to do that probably you don't have to do it as much as you thought you did. You don't have to be stressed about it. And that's really true, I think, especially for people who own their own businesses. I was going to say something else. It doesn't matter. Okay, I just don't want to let you guys go because I love this video so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.